Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Get Off My Lawn. I am Al the Geek. It is your bi-weekly show where myself and Captain Xavier talk about everything foam-related, foam-flinging related or stuff like that, or we go off on random tangents because we're grumpy old men and talk whatever it is we want to talk about. This is a call-in show as well. There will be points in the show where we will put up a phone number, and you can actually call in using your phone, or you can actually do it via web. There will be a link also that's either in the Discord or the chat. It's somewhere there. I know you can reach us. Otherwise, remember, we are part of the World Foam Alliance. If you haven't registered yet, please go to worldfoamalliance.org. Be sure to register. The whole point is that we're trying to connect everyone. How do we connect everyone? We got to know where you are. If we don't know where you are, we can't tell you when everyone else is. You can't just sit there and hope in silence that someone will find you. No one will find you. This is how we find you. We're not taking your money. We're not taking your children. We're not taking your kidneys. We will accept or listen to offers, but I promise you we're not taking these things. So again, worldfoamalliance.org. Don't forget to go register. Also, if you are part of a group or a community already, if your admins have not registered, please let us know. Email us, let us know, and we can register the teams as well. The more people we register, the more we can do. Also, this is the World Foam Alliance YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please hit the like button. The more subscribers we get, well, a lot of you probably know about YouTube, which so many people want to be YouTubers, is the more people we get, the better we are, the more we can do for you. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Take your parents' phones, hit the like button. Take your spouse's phone and hit the like button. If you want, I will pause for 5 minutes, run to your neighbor's house and hit like on theirs too. Don't worry, they'll do it to you as well. Subscribe as well, but you know what to do. Other than that, the only other things we got coming up, well, who are we kidding, man? Season's starting. It's going to be a great year, man. Why? Because we're starting it off with a bang, in my personal opinion, and probably because a lot of them are my buddies and it's my backyard. Maryland Mayhem is almost upon us. If you are coming, we are looking forward to seeing you out there. We will be there. The World Foam Alliance will be there. Actually, most of the World Foam Alliance, in terms of all the guys that make all this happen, will actually be there as well. And we will be streaming the tournament too. So more details on that as we have them. I'm sure that I'm missing things, but that's enough about me. How about Captain Xavier? Cap, what's going on, brother?
I'm sorting darts. My dart catching bin, there's stuff alive in it. Bugs, beetles in my darts. I'm good. I'm going to Maryland Mayhem. I've got my tickets. I've got something that vaguely resembles a plan. But I'm just going as me rather than Captain Xavier, so I'm not doing a full auxiliary deployment or anything like that. I'm just going in my cowboy get up, and hopefully we'll be a zombie by noon so I can relax and hunt people all day. Yeah, looking forward to getting my Mega Double XL jersey.
So excited about that.
And yeah, hopefully run Titan Ball at the 11th Hour War, and should be good. Should be good.
It is going to be awesome. So again, Captain Xavier will be there. Obviously, World Foam Alliance. I will be there as well. If you see us, you want to come and talk to us, feel free to come talk to us. But also at the same time, if you notice that we're going into a urinal or got to go use the toilet, like space or time, that'd be great, man. Not that we want to be social, but sometimes a little space is good. But yeah, love to talk to you. Love to meet you. Actually looking forward to it because there's going to be a lot of people coming out to this. Everyone's saying they're coming. Everyone's telling me they're coming, and people keep buying tickets. So either someone has rigged it where it's just going to be myself and Captain Xavier standing out there, or there's going to be a lot of freaking people, man.
It should be good. They run a good event. It's been growing over the years, and it just keeps getting better. It's the cool
thing.
It is
going to be something else.
The hobby, we've been getting more of the big events. Once upon a time, there was only the one each year, and now you have your choice.
Obviously,
I don't know how many I'm going to go to this year. What?
Oh, no, keep going. Why? What were you thinking so far, man?
Well, I'm definitely going to Maryland Mayhem, and I definitely want to go to Mall Madness, but I have not locked in any other events yet. I traveled a lot in the last 2 years, and so I'm dialing back the travel for this year, where we've got a lot of stuff growing here in the Pacific Northwest that I want to help work with. So I had to pick my battles.
Is there anything you can hint at in terms of what's growing out in the Pacific Northwest?
No, just last year we almost reached capacity at the usual place where we hold our wars, Fort Borst Park in Centralia, Washington. And yeah, if we continue growing at the rate we had, we would definitely outgrow that location. There wouldn't be enough parking, there wouldn't be enough staging, there wouldn't be enough play field for the amount of people that we were seeing. And so we're hoping to encourage more events. So instead of, for the last couple of years, Fort Borst has been the only major event that we hosted. It was the one big event. It's roughly halfway between the Seattle area and the Portland area, so everyone came there. And so it made sense that it was growing because it was the only big event anyone was hosting. So we're trying to get additional groups started, or rather additional events started, get a regular war going in Portland, a regular war going up in Seattle, and then maybe run Borst, 2 or so times a year as a big get-together event instead of it being the only monthly event. We'll see how that goes. We're also working on our competitive, the Washington Foam-Flinging League, Waffle, and the Oregon Foam-Flinging League, Awful. They are, again, the biggest issue is always finding a venue. Yep, Awful and Waffle. But we want to get to a point where we are actually having, numerous, multiple competitive teams up here that we can actually compete against each other at events. And then obviously we want to send teams to the big events to, RAG and Mayhem and everywhere else that hosts tournaments. So yeah, there's lots going on. Someday we want to host our own big event up here. But again,
Yes,
the biggest
please.
issue is venue. Where do we hold it? That's close enough to an airport, that's got housing for people, and that's the logistic issue, of course. It'd be awesome to hold it up at one of the old forts, Fort Worden or Fort Flagler, but they are not close to an airport. So you'd be flying into SeaTac and then driving for several hours to get to the fort, and then housing could be a potential issue, and whether they let us even use the fort, and but that's what we're working towards, and so I'm on the front line of that, helping all of that get done.
Dude, that's awesome. And like you said, big events, there's so many moving parts to it. It's not just let's everyone get together and do it. To be successful, there are so many things you got to do about it, but this is what makes it successful. When you make a list, you dot your I's, you cross your T's, and you make it all happen. Speaking of which, so today we do have a guest. It will be a pair. We have both Blue and Hixie, or Jeff and Jeff, from the famed A team. So if you've been following along with the tournament, especially last week when we were doing actually the seeding, you will know that they were honored as well. So they're both from Toronto, as am I originally from the Toronto area. And they will be joining us in a little bit here, and they'll be talking about the group they formed, also the A team, which they do have, and also they will be coming to Maryland Mayhem, which will be a lot of fun. And also, there were probably dispute signs and some shots fired. I'm going to take advantage right now that they can't talk while we're talking. And so I find it interesting. Here's an interesting fact. The A team, it is the Canadian team. They are red flag, but you know what? Stuff happens. It's okay. There are 3 Canadians on that team. Interesting enough, Cap, I'm going to pose a question to you, see if you can figure it out. Do you know how many Canadians we have on Team Mega Double XL?
I'm going to go with 3.
Does that technically still make them a Canadian team? Can we argue that we're the second A team, or is this depending on who wins? Because we are facing off in the first round. Therefore, they become, if we win, they become Team Mega Double XL Part 2. But if we lose, then we become also the A team. Because as far as I'm concerned, the Canadian contingent is correct. However, I'm sure I will be hearing about this later. However, I'm going to say this. We will be so we're actually in round robin. I do believe we're the 3rd match, if we're not toast and broken by then. That will be the most Canadian game, I think, of the entire tournament, because there will be 6 of us on the field. So I'm going to be representing flags and everything else. And at that point, I don't care what happens, because we've repped appropriately. And of course, Canadians, we're secretly invading the U.S. I mean, never mind. Moving on. So,
it's probably about time we've reached the point in the decadence of our society that we're due for an invasion from northern barbarians.
They're going to kill us with niceness and beer. Oh, that's
can,
awesome.
like,
But yeah, they'll be coming up as well. So again, if you hadn't seen, both Captain Xavier and I are going to be in the tournament. We are part of Team Mega Double XL. The tournament is going to be happening Friday for Maryland Mayhem. And in our division, we do have the A team, which is great because again, this is a competitive thing, but it's so much fun when you get to play against people you don't know, but especially people you do know. So I think we're very much looking forward to that.
It's gonna be fun. I plan to be the mascot. I'm just in it for the shirt.
How much you want to bet the
I'm
Canadians
saving
are also going to
myself
bring
for
maple
the
syrup?
HBZ.
Oh,
there we go.
yeah, that was what is it you told us last year? And who was right?
I don't remember. I don't
So
remember what I
then
had for lunch.
I'm sure it was good. You'll find out later probably what it was. But the last year when we were participating in the tournament, I remember trying to convince Captain to play with us, and he's like, "I'm not running, man. You got tomorrow all day. Forget it. I'll just be I'm happy to be on the sideline." And so I should have listened to him because yeah, Saturday was a little painful.
A lot of running around. And while
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
the most mountainous campus I've played HVZ on, it's up there.
Well, I think also we ended up playing so many more rounds than we actually thought we would too, which didn't help.
Well, yeah, that because you went and won a round, you mooks. The plan was to get eliminated first and be done, but no, you had to win. Someone invited a ringer who actually tried.
Actually, we got two. We got two that are pretty good and try. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Yeah,
Well,
we were
actually,
definitely the
this
crowd
year,
favorite. There was no question that we were the crowd favorite.
I think they started chanting, "Don't lose."
No,
That much.
Good stuff.
Well, different. So I might be joining you more cheering as opposed to playing for that reason because we have picked up another player and we do have Sophie Lightning who is also joining us. And yeah, it might be the two of us as the grumpy old men on the sidelines yelling at people or just not paying attention or something to that effect.
Something. We'll find a way to make a nuisance of ourselves.
Probably.
I mean, this whole show came out of that trip, so
that it did, man. Oh, you know what? I think that's a good excuse to tell people why should you come to Maryland Mayhem? You have no idea what can actually transpire or happens from these events. And I know it's not always the easiest to go to. It's not. It's sometimes get expensive and everything else, and maybe a word you don't know anyone. But this is also like a testament to what our community is about. It's because of events like this that Cap ended up crashing at my place. We were bored, and we were bored. We were tired, but figured screw it. We'll live stream. We've live streamed, and look at that. We now have a bi-weekly show. Never mind going to Rochester, and it was Maritime Foam that reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm going." I said, "You know what, dude? You're coming to hang out with us because I got all the Maryland people." And now suddenly it was both myself and Maritime Foam that flew out to go see Captain Xavier. The two guests following up right now, the A team, Jeff and Jeff. It was over at PA Survival Fest. Luckily, we all ended up at the same place. We all ended up at the same bar. And then, well, we just hang out all weekend. And it's amazing the connections, friendships you make. So what I love about these events is that even if the event is poorly planned, sucks, or you skip half of it because you're tired, there are so many other benefits to things like this, just from the social experience, the people you get to meet, the things you see. And see, that's if the event sucks. Never mind if on top of that, it's an actually well-run event. It is a win-win. So this is what I'm telling you now. Buy your ticket, man. You're out of excuses. Go to Maryland Mayhem. Yeah. Next year, no, you know what? You keep waiting, man. You're going to be what, like me, almost 50 years old, and then get into the hobby, man? Do it now. Go out. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Did I mention subscribe and hit the like button? Did I say that already? Like and subscribe.
Now, I figure out what I'm doing for the range. I'm gonna film that as soon as we're done here. That'll be fun. Train. Wild stuff.
So what do you think you're going to do, man? What ideas are you playing with?
I don't know. It's based on a survey, so I just have to look up what they voted for, and that'll be the ammo types I fire. I do need to figure out what fancy blaster I want to fire, though, because I always pick one blaster that I just want to play with. Maybe that one. Maybe it's time to finally do that one. We'll see. We'll see.
Are you gonna tell us? Or are you just gonna hint at it?
No. You have to watch the show. If I told you now, you wouldn't have to watch. That's no good.
And what show are people watching? When do they tune in, and when can they see it?
The Range on Thursdays on the World Foam Alliance, where I plink with blasters that you guys voted on the ammo types for. It's fun. I brought back a whole bunch of the shows that people vote on, so I'm doing reassembly guides again, and I'm enjoying that because every time I do one, I learn stuff. Those are very long and involved, but of all the videos that I've ever done, they are the ones that get the most positive comments and actually seem to help people. I get comments about, oh, thank you, I took the blaster apart and put it back together, and now it's finally working again after 4 years. Like, I'm surprised you still had all the parts after 4 years. I've done some
I'm
big
impressed
ones.
when I have all the parts 4 days later.
Yeah, I finally did the Centurion. Everyone was impressed that I would actually do the Centurion. Turns out the Centurion's not nearly as bad as people make it out to be. The Ravonix 360, I did that one, and that one is as bad as everybody makes it out to be. It's a nightmare inside that thing. But an engineering marvel how they get discs to rotate 90 degrees into battery while rotating in a drum. It's fascinating. But I understand why they maybe got away from those. Same thing with the Stampede. The Stampede, for the most part, isn't actually that complicated when you ignore all of the different lock switches that are in it. The rest of it's not that complicated. But it's way more complicated than, say, a flywheel blaster, which is why I assume Hasbro got away from AEBs, because they are a lot more complicated. They're more prone to failures. They're probably more expensive to manufacture. But it's cool that other companies are finally getting into them when we finally discovered the potential. The downside of the Stampede is it had a relatively small plunger tube, so that you could only ever get so much out of it. And now they're building ones with larger plunger tubes. And we've also learned how to make more efficient plunger tubes and more efficient breeches and more efficient springs. And we can get a lot more out of a smaller plunger tube than we used to be able to. So you can easily get an AEB up over 180 FPS, where with a Stampede, if you get over 100, it was considered really impressive. So, yeah. Well, fascinating stuff.
There was a time that you got anything over 100 and that was a success. So
I remember when getting any blaster over 100 FPS was considered impressive, and now we have issues getting blasters under 120 FPS just to be able to use them at events. Like, if the cap is 150 and it's hitting 165, how do I get it? And they small, yeah.
I tell you,
has come over the years.
So I know that you got something today, and you're very excited about it. Are you going to tell people about?
Came in a few days ago. Stickers. I finally got merch. That's one of the other things I want to work on this year is my brand and actually getting more merch, because Out of Darts doesn't sell the shirts anymore. Foam Blast is gone, so they can't get the patches anymore. So I'm working on getting my own merch. I do have stickers finally. I want to get patches. Mostly because I want more of the patches. I only ever got 2 of the patches that Foam Blast made.
Oh, wow. I ordered 300. I'm hoping they're supposed to make it for Maryland Mayhem. I will let you know. Yeah, man. I ordered a bunch. Well, I ordered the first batch of 300 a couple years ago, but they got the yellow where it's more orange instead of yellow, which was kind of disappointing. But because of whatever, that was the closest they could get to the yellow. I'm finally out of those, so I went to order again. And again, it's like, you want this orange? No. Yellow. So I got that sorted. And yeah, you see how it's a little more It's like an orangey
No.
yellow, more like a sun yellow as opposed to like a lemon yellow.
Maybe. I think
Especially
it's a good
compare
yellow.
it to a
but-
sticker. Well,
No,
thanks,
fair
man.
enough.
It's not that it's not. It's a great color. It's just it'd be kind of good if most of my yellows were kind of the same. So-
See, that's the nice thing about orange is I do not care what shade of orange something is, and there's so
Well-
much variety of orange.
Well, you say that now. Let's see once you go down the merch highway how much it'll start to bother you when you're looking at your logo. And it's like, why? Somewhat
No,
close, please.
Nah. I
We'll
want
take a
it to
survey.
all be different just to annoy other people.
All right, then maybe it's the other problem. Is there a captain go, look, they're the same. Don't people have different oranges? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, there you go. So you gotta have slight variations so you can have limited edition stuff. You know, I've got the first run is the more valuable. You know, oh, you've got the bright yellow. Well, I've got the original yellow Al the Geek. It was a richer yellow. It was a more Mandalorian yellow as opposed
That's
to a Crayola yellow. You know,
So the watered down
I've
crap
got the
you have.
first edition.
Actually, that also reminds me. So also for Maryland Mayhem, what you're going to be seeing, and this is the advantage when you have like a whole year to plan for Foam's Giving as opposed to 4 weeks, is that Dart Zone was kind enough to give us a Mark IV, but it is a special Mark IV. So if people don't remember last year for Foam's Giving, we were actually able to get a gold Mark IV limited edition, which we got a number of people, influencers, to sign, and we auctioned it off. And considering we only had 4 weeks, but then it also helps that you live where you live, because I think you got most of the signatures because I mailed it out to you and you got everyone to sign it. But we do have another Mark IV, no more gold ones because they're gone, but we do have the limited edition metallic red. It is. Oh yeah, it is a cool metallic red. Maybe I'll pull it up. I'll put it off for next time. It is a metallic red one. Again, you cannot buy them. They're for promotional use and for giveaways only. Also, if you end up going to the various conventions this summer that Dart Zone and myself will be at, you can actually win them there. But we do have one, and it's going to be it'll be at Maryland Mayhem because I'm going to be getting signatures. Ultimately, once it's done for Foam's Giving, we will be auctioning that off. So it will be a limited edition Dart Zone Mark IV metallic red. That'll be signed by basically everyone that we can. And I do think we have a caller. I think someone has called in.
Really?
We have a caller.
We're doing that? That's a thing?
It's a thing, man. You want to answer the phone? I'm busy.
Talk to people. Hello? Who are you? What do you want?
Hello?
What do you want?
Oh God. Okay. This thing said I was going to be audible on here. How's it going, guys? It's Archer, clearly the best hoser. How you doing?
Ha ha! Who gave you
How
this
awesome.
number? Dare they?
I think we can give Archer like a special bat phone. She can call whenever she wants.
In conversation and not on the
A
chat,
red
so,
phone, yes.
This is a little awkward.
No, what's up, Archer? What do you got?
Well, I guess whenever they decide to show their Canadian faces, I guess I wanted to know what was the moment that led to the creation of the A-Team. I know FPT was a thing in 2019, but I want to know if there was a particular moment for the legendary Sorry.
That
And
is a good discussion.
Because I'm
We'll
stuck
definitely
in-
be
I'm stuck
grilling
in
them
the
on that
middle
when
of
we.
the US.
No,
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead, Archer.
And I
What
also
you say?
just wanted to say hi because I'm stuck in the middle of US somewhere or other. So
So you know what we're
nothing
gonna
wrong
do?
with getting a chat with some good friends.
You know what we're gonna do, because we are grumpy old men and we have schedules. But you know, grumpy old men do whatever the hell they want. So again, ladies and gentlemen, bring it on right now. We have Jeff Hicks and Jeff Blue from the A-Team. We got both of them on. Gentlemen, man, jump on here.
What's good?
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Sorry.
Hey, Arch, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right.
This is a
I
perfect
can
time
only hear
where
you
both
guys, but I'm feeling the good vibes. How's it going?
So at this point, Captain Xavier and I will now wander off and go for a walk, and you two carry on and call us when you're done.
I actually do need to. I'm starting darts until my buckets are full, so I
don't
gotta
know
go
if I
dump my
trust
bucket.
that.
No, I'm kidding. Go You know what?
Talk
Now that we got
amongst
him on,
yourselves.
we'll do the introduction after.
Guys-
We'll do the phone call first. Archer, go ahead, man. Ask the question.
Oh, well, it's my show, Fast Track Part Dose. My question for you guys was obviously FPT 2019 happened, but what was the moment that led to the creation of the A team?
Well, Archer, it was exactly that. They made the announcement that they were going to be doing a tournament, so we're like, we want to play. So then it was just a matter of trying to fill out a team. So,
How did you come
There
to
was
find
the main group.
the players?
well, as you know, myself, Hixie, and Adrian all run Tang. So there was the three of us. And then Colin runs the Western New York Nerf Club. And he normally comes up to our events and we come down to his regularly. So that made four. And then Buff was always just around. He just appeared magically at events. So got to know him and it was like, hey, we need
It
a
sounds
fifth.
like
Do you
Buff.
want to play?
He's just naturally occurring.
And then we had our five.
That's how we started, and then
And you guys are, I think you guys
little
are what, 7 now?
We're six.
six.
We adopted
Yeah, fast.
our child, Dan, at Q2.
Yeah,
And
of
I
the
can say
Dispute
that
Pro
fast,
Tour.
somewhere.
Dan's actually younger than my oldest, so I can say he's another child of mine.
I bet he knows it too.
What?
Oh yeah,
But-
he lowered our average age by 3 years on his lonesome. It was pretty impressive.
Hey, somebody's got to do it. Cool. Yeah, I'm actually editing the newest episode of Fast Tracked, and I wanted to call in and say hi and see what you heathens were up to. So yeah, no, this
Up to
is
no
cool.
good,
I was
as
always
always.
curious about that. So thank you.
Shenanigans.
Archer,
All we're ever up
questions
to
then.
is shenanigans.
Always and forever. Obviously, Archer, let people know you are coming to Maryland Mayhem, correct?
I am competing in Maryland Mayhem for MFT. I'm very much going to Maryland Mayhem. Looking forward to it.
Thank you for that. Was going to be my next question, anyways. But yes, so so we have 3 teams represented here. So obviously, for those watching at home, feel free to support whoever you want. You can support us old guys for a little while, but don't put your money on us to go far. If anything, either put it on Archer or put it on the A team. You can just wave at us and we'll be happy about that. So again,
Nah, you guys did great.
we're just happy to be there.
It's
So
gonna
this
be a
is
good
what's going to
one.
be
There's a lot
fun.
of- yeah.
You guys did us
Yeah, it's gonna be a good
an
one.
absolute solid last year, let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
Why? What
All
happened
right,
last
you
year? Tell
guys
them.
have a good one. Just wanted to call in.
All right,
All
All
Archer,
right,
thanks
Archer's
for
good
calling
hearing
in.
from you, girl.
We'll see you soon. All right, with that,
Right.
I guess now we can do formal introductions. So again, gentlemen, who the hell are you and what are you doing
Yeah,
here? And then,
Who are you?
then
Who
tell
let
us.
you in?
Sorry?
Find yourselves.
Well, I'm Jeff Blue, one of the admins for Trunner and Nerf Group, and also one of the members of the A team, along with a couple other people, one of which is on the stream here. Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, I would be Jeff Hicks or Hicksy if you know me. And yeah, we started the meme all the way back, actually, when the A team really started. And I think you'd agree with this, Blue, was that first trip down to APOC, where you and I barely knew each other out of our, 10-person Nerf club at the time, if we were lucky, playing in a tiny little field on the side of the highway.
Yep, and all Canadians are named Jeff.
And all Canadians
Which
are
one of
named
you is
Jeff.
Jeff and which one of you is Jeff? I can't.
I'm
was
Jeff.
gonna-
He's Jeff.
I'm
Gotcha.
Jeff.
Gotcha.
I'm Jeff too. I just spell it wrong.
No G-offs allowed, okay?
No G-offs allowed. No G-offs, no Godfreys, none of it.
What about Jeffries?
I mean, they're okay.
Depends on how it's spelt.
Depends on who's saying it.
And the accent.
Truth. So, gentlemen, then tell me about. So, obviously, you guys have a group. It is Tang, Toronto Area Nerf Group. For all those that don't know about it, or if you're local to the area, feel free to look it up. And again, you don't have to be in the Toronto area. If you're looking for an excuse to go to Canada, you go to Niagara Falls, you see the falls, and figure, you know what, I like to do something else. To go to one of their events, if you time it appropriately, without traffic, it'll probably be about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. So again, turn it into a weekend. Go see the falls, or skip the falls and just go straight to see Tang and go see Jeff and Jeff. But anyways, gentlemen, tell us about Tang, how it started, and whose idea it was, and where we're at with it about now.
So it was 2017 when I got involved, and it was literally just, okay, I'm screwing around with some Nerf guns, so now I need somewhere to go, and you're seeing all this footage online of people playing. So started searching and found that a couple people literally had just made a group that summer and wanted to do a war. So I wasn't able to go to the first one that they did, which was 4 people. So I went to the second one, which was again 4 people, and that's pretty much how it started. There was 4 of us playing in a park with some FEJs, no cover, and just running around shooting each other. And I don't think anyone had anything that could get over $140 at the time. So then I kind of took over towards the end of 2017 to try to make it a little bit better. And then in 2018 is when Hixie and Adrian both joined the club, and also Colin started coming up. So we got a little bit more people, but even then we were running, I wouldn't even say 10 people most of the time for the first probably 3 years of the club before we broke double digits. And then it came to me literally loading up my pickup truck with a bunch of skids and taking them to the empty field so we had something to hide behind. Of course, you could still get shot through them because they were skids, but at least there was some kind of cover besides the trees. So since then, we've just been slowly growing. We just finished our second winter of doing indoor stuff for our club. So luckily, one of our members had access to a dojo. So it's a pretty small space, but it gave us somewhere inside to play during the winter. And I picked up a bunch of inflatables. So we had set.
Wait, just so people know, man. In Toronto, in the winter, you do not want to be playing outside, man.
No,
when the
no,
Canadians
igloos.
when the Canadians are saying we're playing inside, the rest of all y'all, you can go up and go play in the snow. Let us know how it works out.
You have to remember, Al, that's only because you can't feel your hits through the parka.
That,
That's it. That's the only reason we don't play in the winter. You can't feel it through the parka. Otherwise, we'd be outside with snowshoes.
That's right. Sorry, man. Keep going, brother. I just have to throw that in there.
It's all good. So, through last winter, and then through to last summer, the club really started to pick up, and we're getting close to, or if not more than 30 people in the event. So I think a lot of that does help with the fact that we finally got some more cover and with the inflatables and stuff like that, and we were setting up nicer fields and made it look and feel more like an event than just some idiots running around a park with nothing else to do.
Hey, I resemble one of those idiots.
So do I.
Me too. Yay.
So
Not me. I'm a professional.
What Al what Cap kind of hit on about the park getting a little too small for him. We kind of ran into a problem last year with we became so big that we then caught the attention. And we got booted out of the school park that we're using because we were too organized, so we needed a permit. Well, you can't get a permit without insurance, and you can't get insurance for a thing that doesn't exist according to insurance companies. So kind of put a little hindrance on it there last year, but we've got that sorted out. I found a property manager that was willing to let us use a nice triangle of a field that they have by their building. So this summer should be all good. We have a spot to go, and we've got, I believe, 7 wars planned at that field this summer, so it should be a good year.
Look at that, man.
Yeah, excellent.
Dude, that's awesome. So then for the 7 wars you got planned out, are they usually on Saturdays, Sundays? You want to give people a rundown in case we have new people listening, or they got friends in Canada? Tell them about what is the schedule like and what do you basically do?
Okay, so the schedule for the most part is going to be Sundays. There was a couple Saturdays thrown in there because since I'm the one who runs it with the equipment end, I kind of need to be there. So it was done around my work schedule. And then also myself and Hixie like to play with our cars on Saturdays. So kind of makes Saturdays out while we're driving around the parking lot dodging pylons. So we kept it for the most part. I believe there's 5 Sundays and 2 Saturdays. So that's pretty much it. And we're going for just over 4 hours. So from noon till just after 4 for those events.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
We'll also
All
be
right.
trying to we're also trying to put together a possibility of a smaller summer event as a tester. We've gotten access to a bit of a piece of property that we got to go up and clean up in the next couple of weeks somewhere in April. I guess we got to figure some time, but we're hoping to. I guess we'll just promo it here. We're talking about Echo Base
Hold on,
Summer Camp.
Let's put a pin in that. We're going to talk about this. So yes, I want to hear about this. We have a caller. Apparently somebody else wants to talk to us or ask us questions. So let's find out, and then we'll get back to the more important stuff. So who's calling? Who's trying to interrupt this wonderful news?
What do you want?
Oh yeah,
Who are you?
well, I want all of your secrets, all the sauce, all the strategy, everything from you. So, my name is Kyle. I'm calling in and want to ask both of y'all, or like at least general question. And so, seeing as that both, or at least the 4 of y'all, are part of a team, how do you guys normally train or strategize for competitive events? Do you guys normally
We
go
don't.
to? You don't. So you guys are basically
Definitely
winging it.
don't. We're spread out over what, 4 time zones?
Yeah, you guys way worse than us. At least we're only
Yes.
2 time zones and 2 countries, 2 time zones, and two states, or is it 3?
We're in
2
1,
states
2,
now.
4.
Yeah. Buff and
We're all over the
Buff and
country.
Dan are both Ohio. Colin's in Buffalo. Adrian, Blue, and myself are in Toronto. Yeah. So in terms of that, we do make a point to get together. We're actually getting together with some. Is it Rochester? We're getting together with on Saturday.
Fallout.
Yeah.
So you guys are basically
Uh,
practicing, like just
That'll
in
be
general.
the second time in 5 years that we've practiced.
Yes, that will be the
As a
well,
team
and then we had that
or
little
individually.
As a team.
as a team.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Blue, myself, and Adrian do play together in the club, Toronto Area Nerf group, and we do. We've started getting into a little more 3v3 and 4v4, 5v5 stuff towards the end of the club and having fun. So, sort of been using that as practice. I definitely used Sunday as practice, and had a little bit of a mopping a couple times. Big shout out to the guys there. Ryan and them for being my backup and looking at me a couple times going, do we need to play or are you just going to do it all? Which felt really good because I'm rusty as all heck. I started hitting the elliptical today. I'm actually training for this one a little bit. I did a 15-minute hit training session on my elliptical and I wanted to die.
Hey, look, don't lie to yourself. All right, you're not actually doing PT because my job actually mandates me doing PT, like for keeping my job. Okay, so I'm already a step above. No disrespect to your own effort. I appreciate your effort nonetheless. And you know
my
what?
job.
I will be representing the Rascals, and I will be gladly facing both of y'all of double XL. The team.
Hey,
That's your effort level.
Hey.
Eh.
Hey, they're a team, eh?
oh, don't you know, eh?
They're going to America.
Bunch
They're
of
going to play
posers
Nerf
over
eh?
here.
How much
I think
effort
both-
are you putting in?
Part of it though, also you got to remember, Kurt, because even though like again, so many of us are spread all over the place and never mind scheduling everything else, but also this will change as like tournaments become more common. You get sponsorships and you can take anything, like you can actually take more time away from regular life to do it. But part of it, and like the only reason we won a game last year was because even if you aren't able to practice as a team, but you're actually able to get out and play and realize so many things that are easily transferable skills into like the pro tournament. Obviously, when you can go as a team, yeah, you're probably going to run away with it and win it. But it's communication, it's knowing when to put your head up, when not to put your head up, but also not arguing over it's like so many, it's like any other team, right? Agreeing together on a plan, listening to one another, harnessing using the skills you already have, and then making it happen, which is also what still makes this tournament kind of interesting and still like competitive, whereas opposed to, all right, we have 18 teams, 14 suck, and 4 are going to run away. Everything is the other 14 might as well be running around like with their pants off because it's horrible. So I think there's that definite advantage, even though we all can't always get the opportunity to train together.
Yeah, and we will say we are very lucky in our team. We all kind of just sort of have that knack for it ourselves. Blue sort of has that tactical training from being a police officer. Colin as well doing his sword fighting. Hema, I believe it is. Adrian's always got his head on a swivel, and he is just a cunning player. Like, that dude is smart, and he watches everything that's going on. Dan is quick. Like, that kid just runs circles around the rest of us, and we can't help but love him for it. And then there's Buff. We don't know what Buff's going to do. So how the heck is anyone else supposed to know what Buff's going to do? And myself, I've got really good situational awareness. There are days at work where I have to shove 50 pounds of camera on my shoulder, you know, block off an entire half of my body, and then do a dance with someone. It's, you know, we're sort of very lucky in that regard. Not every team sort of has that base skill set to work off of.
It is. These are kind of like the intangibles that really can make a difference. So again, it's yeah, getting together and train is one thing, obviously, but if not, you figure it out other ways. So again, this is also to other people that would like to put in a team in various tournaments, but if you're worried that you can't get enough time together to train, there are ways to make yourselves better. But part of it, I think, is making sure that the people you're going to play with, there's a definite team mentality. You work together well, and you understand and take advantage of each other's skill sets. And I think that's like I think that's life in general. So yeah, life skills apply to.
Yeah, we play a little bit different. We do tend to rotate out someone usually every round, give someone a breather. So it's a big communication's huge with us. We're always looking over to the captain to see what's going on. I don't know what's going on the other side of that piece of cover unless I stick my head out, but they do. So I'm going to look to them, you know, and we trust each other to go. When the captain says go, you go.
We thought about rotating out, and then Captain Xavier said no. So it's like, all right.
Yeah, but at least he's loud.
Yes.
And he knows how to yell orders.
Yes.
I'm very well aware.
Or when he's like, I'm tired. Can we stop this?
I'm also aware of that, Captain, as well.
I believe the phrase.
We found a little hill to die on in Georgia. It was a good day.
It was a very good day.
That was a very good day, sir.
The A-team died, minus Colin, who ran away.
Colin ran away. Colin chicken. Colin. All you see in that video was Colin peeling off.
Left us all else to die.
So you know what? Then we can't leave people hang. Hey, Cap, do you want to tell them about Georgia and what you guys are all talking about?
Ball.
Well, that you just mentioned, a good hill to die on.
Giant rival ball.
Oh, it's a ball.
Giant rival ball.
It's a ball. Ball.
Smaller rival ball.
Ball.
Medium-sized rival ball.
Ball. Oh, ball.
I've got one more size, but I don't have it table.
Phrasing.
I don't know why that's. Anyway, Georgia, yeah. End War 2019, me and a bunch of crew went down to End War, and it was 98 degrees, 98% humidity, and we were dying. I actually had one person go down to heat stroke. And so at some point, somewhere, and I think it was mission 4, I'd had enough. And so we went and found a nice hill to die on, and it was glorious. There was lightning. It was thunder. It was fantastic. It was wonderful.
Yeah. We beat a tactical retreat, and I just remember coming around that corner and you going, That's a beautiful little hill, and I couldn't agree more.
Like that. That's a good hill. Let's go die on
That's a
that
good hill. It was what, about 1.5 feet tall? Didn't matter.
Something like that. It wasn't a mountain by any means, but it was slightly higher ground, and I could not quick time anymore. I was dead. My favorite part was that we were with a group of like 80 humans, and we sent one group off on one mission, and the other group was going to go one way, and then we were going to hold the rear guard and let them get away and then go find a hill to die on. And they said game on because there was a game pause because a lightning storm rolled through. They said game on. We went into our death chant. I look over my shoulder about halfway through, and the humans are just gone. I didn't think there was any way they could get 80 people to move that fast. I didn't even know which route they'd taken. We were supposed to go a different route than they went so we could draw the zombies off, and I didn't know which way they'd gone because they just disappeared.
Yeah, and the entire horde followed us.
The whole horde, except for when we first went into the low there, do I see my father, and it's reverberating off the buildings, and there was thunder and lightning in the distance. About half the zombies just went, no. And the ones that stayed were all auxiliary, and they're just like, let's make it to death. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely in my top 10 Nerf memories.
If I never go back to Georgia, it'll be too soon.
Oh. My sweat was sweating.
I got a crew member who says that he has not been warm since Georgia. I think he might have actually burned out his internal thermometer.
I think we were running like Gatorade in our hydration packs for pretty well the entire day. And it was empty every time we went back to the hotel between missions. That was brutal.
It was rough.
You kind of got to do that, man, just to survive. I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. In Maryland can get hot, not Georgia hot, but again, it's April, so we should be fine-ish.
I'll be able to wear shorts. I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Just remember, everyone, hydrate or dihydrate, and hydration starts the week of the event, not the day of the event.
Oh.
There we go. Words to live by. So wait, we put a pin in something before someone else calls and interrupts us. Hicks, you're about to tell us about something, man. Tell us.
No ball.
I think he's broken.
Hello?
I could have told you that.
So what Hicksy was starting to talk about is this year last year we brought back one event that used to happen in Canada, Hell Before Halloween. And thanks, Al, for that. You helped sponsor that. You gave away a couple gifts. So that's based on going back to the Forsaken Angel days. If anyone knows who he was, he did the Angel Breach for the long shot. He was a Canadian that used to run some wars up here. So we brought that back. And last year it was no mags at all. So it was a bunch of homemades and newer stuff, including I'm trying to think of those new Silly's pull back and release bow and a couple other things that people could single shot. I believe there's someone out there running a Cynthia too, so they could single shot it along with a slab. So some new stuff, some old stuff, but basically it was low rate of fire. And then this year we're going to have, because we've done it kind of in the past, but not as a major event, we're going to have a camp over. So we're calling it Summer Camp at Echo Base because Endor's been taken. So we couldn't use that. We are going to be playing in the woods. So that's what we're going to be doing. And the dates for that are going to be July 13th into the 14th. So if anyone wants to come up to Canada, you can jump into the Tang Facebook group, send a message. There will be camping on site on the property. It'll be rugged camping in the sense of there's going to be a porta potty and that's in a fire pit and that's about it. But there's a lot of stuff close by. Normally someone's going to Timmy's in the morning for coffee, so that's always covered.
Yeah, that's me. I'm always going to Timmy's in the morning.
That's key, man.
I don't care that I have to go up the highway and then down the highway and then down the highway to go up the highway just to get my morning Timmy's.
That was like so growing up in Toronto, I used to always go camping up at Killbear. Killbear National Park is about
I love
two and a half-
Killbear.
same. It is about 2.5 hours north of Toronto, and it's about 45 minutes outside of Perry Sound. And I don't know if something's changed, but we never went. If someone left in the morning to go for Tim Hortons, man, it was either raining or lot, or someone was pissed because it was like an hour to go to a Timmy's and then an hour to
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah, I'm a big Killarney fan myself. I love being out on Georgian Bay. It's big water if it hits you the wrong way, but all the OSA lakes are just beautiful. Ontario Group of Seven. If anyone wants to look up a bunch of artists that were hired by the Royal the Queen to basically paint Northern Ontario, and it's generally my favorite art. But yeah, Killarney Provincial Park, just a beautiful place. But you have to understand, Canada is where we are in Ontario, Southern Ontario. It is flat. There is nothing. You get north of Barrie there, basically past to the tip of Georgian Bay, and then it's just rock. So camping in Canada is rough, except where we are, where it's nice and soft.
Well, again, a lot of these campgrounds, they have comfort stations, man. So it's running water. It's car camping.
Yep.
And I remember people arguing with me, well, you can't do
Glamping.
real camping. I said, yeah, I don't mind glamping. You know why, man? I work hard during the week. When I go up, I want to enjoy nature. I want my car right there, my trunk right there, my beer right there, my tent right there. And you know what? If I want a proper shower and I have to go dump, I'd like to go there. Can I do all this rough stuff in the woods? Yes. Do I want to? No. So do me a favor. Don't tell me how I'm going to vacation. So good luck to you and have fun, because I'm going to be
One of
sitting in
these
the lawn
days,
chair
Al, we'll
by
go.
the fire and
We'll go
drinking
to
happily.
French River. I'll put you in the boat. It'll be fine. Shh, it's okay. We'll put you in the voyageurs with the putain at Tabernacle de Colis.
I never really understood the fetish of wanting to cosplay being homeless for a weekend. I mean, you could just go down to Portland and do that whenever you want.
I guess it comes from growing up in the city and then doing Boy Scouts to give me that love. But it's a good reset. Get away. There is no cell phone reception in the middle of the woods. I gotta really want to go. For me to get to Killarney, it is 4 hours. If I do not fill up before I drive in, I will not have gas to get out unless I pay the exuberant amount of price to put boat gas in it at the marina in town. That being said, also the best fish and chips on the planet is in Killarney proper. So if you're ever driving through Northern Ontario and you want to kill a couple of hours, it's worth it. It used to be out of this old school bus on the side of the road, or the side of the channel, I should say. But yeah.
How's that for a tangent? Yes. Sorry. Did I jump
What was the
right
original
on
question?
I don't remember. I have ADHD.
I was a Boy Scout too.
There was a
used to go
ball.
camping.
I got lost.
Foam-flinging, echo base.
Foam-flinging, echo base, camping. Yeah, we're really gotta buckle down. We're gonna finish up the space, and basically we're looking at it as like APOC North. Get some towers going. Bunch of gameplay, capture the flag. Proper. Nerf in the woods.
So will people actually, like, if people have campers and trailers, will there be room for that as well, or is it all tents?
Campers and trailers won't fit once everyone's cars are there. So tents.
Okay. There you go. Just so people know.
I'm here to get there first and seize the ground.
It's a pretty decent.
This is why I
spot
have
for
a
Nerf.
hammock.
It's not that big.
Apparently, we've got a caller. Someone wants to talk to us again. You'd think they'd have learned their lesson by now.
Who do we got?
Hello?
Hi, this is Caleb.
Who?
Hello, can you hear me okay? Caleb.
Yes, what do you want?
Actually, I had a question for your two guests there. They had mentioned that this year their group is kind of expanding and they had to talk with like a property manager. And I just kind of want to hear that story and like how that process works, like getting in touch with a property manager to fling foam at one another and how you kind of went about explaining that process and just all the nooks and crannies as I look
that is all you, Blue.
Clubs out here.
Well, I'll be honest, there wasn't too much to get in with them. We've been searching around for parks and different things for a while in the area to make it easy for people to get around. And I just happened to be out and noticed this section. I'm like, that looks like it'd be big enough. Not the most ideal shape being a giant triangle, but work. And I literally just went in, asked for the property
figure
manager's
it out.
number, and just called them, and got lucky in the sense of they themselves used to work at a place that did Nerf nights. So they just
no
happened to
way.
be like, okay, no problem.
What?
So
Okay.
it was nice, easy. There was no anything. They're like, okay, like roughly how many people and what days and what time do you need? I provided all that, and that was it. There was nothing, and it's 2 giant office buildings and their grass space in between. So they were more than happy to do a community type event thing for us.
Interesting. Okay, well, that is a lot easier than I thought.
It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be honest.
Where are you located, Caleb?
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and we have a Nerf club out here. We usually just do like parks and stuff, but most of the Nerf group is a lot farther south than I am. I'm more in like North Phoenix, so we're looking at perhaps hosting some events. I've been gathering, a fair share of just extra blasters for storage from Goodwills and the such around my area, and just like, I could do this. Like, I could host an event.
I think the way Blue and Hicks were telling you about it, you definitely can. Don't get discouraged if your first couple events are only 4 people. It'll grow. It'll happen, and
Yeah.
it's not common to like, let's have an event. Oh, cool, 100 people, away we go. It's going to take a little bit of work, but you put the work in, man, and it's amazing. Like locally, Maryland Foam Alliance is a great example. 3 small groups. That when I first met Andrew Dart Sweep, I showed up to his event, and I think there was about 26 or 27 of us. And now look at it, we're talking about the tournament that he's part of. So it may be some work, man, but if you put the work in, it'll be good. And I guess the only other thing I was
If you
going to
build
say
it,
is,
they will come.
yes. And I think the trick is for a space is not necessarily go to your first thing you think of, parks or rec spaces. And Blues, even though it was by happenstance, it's kind of thinking outside the box and not just thinking parks or recs, but sometimes just look at space. And then whoever attached that space, contact them that way. So don't necessarily think I got to find a park or a rec center. It could be something as simple as an outdoor hockey arena, like he said, a green space behind a building. It is empty commercial real estate space. If you notice, there's a section of town where you got empty buildings, and they might give it to you for cheap for a night. You never know.
Yeah. All you can do is
that's
ask,
really
and
nice.
all the worst thing they can do is say is no, and then you move on. But until you make that call, you never gonna know.
Estimating potential worst case scenarios.
Nice.
You got any suggestions,
yeah.
Cap?
My only question.
Venue is always the hardest part of any event. Venue is always the hardest part, and once you get over that hurdle, then it's details. But yeah, looking at things like malls, industrial areas, schools, daycares. There's lots of places that have space that might be willing to let you use it for free. They might charge you, but yeah, ask. If they say no, move on. And then when they ask if they can come to this cool event you put together, you can say no.
And I think it's important to remember sometimes, as we've sort of been touching on, if you want it to happen, you need to make it happen. No one's going to do it for you. That might mean laying out some money to get darts, or we started with, as Blue was talking about, skids, which we got for free, absconded for free. I mean, I have no idea where those skids came from. And then we built some covers, and then now we've got the inflatables that, all Blue, I like, has laid out a bunch of cash for it. It's been hard to watch him do that, but we're super, super thankful for it, and we couldn't really get to where we were if he didn't do that. We've just recently started charging for our awards. We used to be free with the exception of the indoor stuff because we had a fee to pay. And I'm looking forward to you finally getting some of your hard investment back, because you grew this club to the point where I was really worried in the fall that we were going to have a hard time finding a space, and you once again nailed it and pulled it out of your, took us.
Yeah, like you said, it's definitely taken a while, and I don't miss the loading of 20 plus skids into the back of the pickup truck before even leaving to an event. They don't seem too heavy on their own. Moving one or two.
The first one's fine.
When you're putting like the 14th one in the back of the truck by yourself to leave your house, and you still have an hour drive to get to where you're holding the event, because I live an hour outside of Toronto where I host the games. Yeah, I drive that far for every event. It was a lot of work.
Every event.
So when people talk about wanting, like, oh, it's a little too far or whatever, you really just got to get out and do it. Just go. Travel a little bit. It's more than worth the reward for it. And make that club happen. If you want it to happen, then just keep doing it until it happens. That's basically what I did.
Have some spare blasters kicking about. If you want to start in a public park, start in a public park, get a couple friends. You get foot traffic. When someone comes along and they go, hey, what's going on here? Hand them a pair of iPro and a blaster and say, hop in. I guarantee you someone will.
Nice. Well, thanks for the advice. I will definitely start looking for a venue then.
Lovely.
Good luck, brother. Thanks for calling in, man. That was a good question, because it touches upon a lot of like and you touched upon it just in telling how your club came to be, is the fact that it is determination. It's not instant reward of success, but you put the work in and it will happen.
Yeah, we sort of started, as Blue said, Tang itself started with like 5-6 guys, playing in this little triangle we're back to triangles, Blue. I just realized
it was more of like a rhombbus, let's be honest.
It was more of a rhombus, yes, but let's not argue our polygons here. We had a sister group at the time, and that's how I got in, was the Nerf Nerds Toronto, which was run out of a parkour gym originally before I got in. And after a little while, they ended up folding, and we sort of absorbed some of their members and just sort of kept pressing on. But when that happened, that's when we sort of had to figure it out. We sort of got pushed into it. If we wanted to keep nerfing, we had to start the club. We had to make that happen. At the time, Jeff had inherited Tang, and and even at that point, he was always sort of the leader, because he'd started it. And as I was talking about, we went to APOC 2019, one of the two, 2018. And we barely knew each other, and we were going to drive 10 hours to this old school NIC war at a time, like you were talking about earlier, when you couldn't get flywheels over 100, like 130 FPS out of flywheels was amazing. Like, that was a tune blaster. That was a strife with like the best cage you can get and the worker high crushes. And yeah, when we started you could not buy a blaster off a shelf that hit over, and you couldn't buy anything not Nerf off the shelf. A little bit of Buzzbee here and there, but I digress. We hopped in a truck and we drove 10 hours, and I want to say somewhere around Albany, we sort of realized, did we make best friends? And I think we did.
I'm going to disagree on the Albany. I'm going to agree on the when we get into Walmart, thinking we can buy booze at a Walmart because it's the States. And she told us, no,
that's
you
what
can't
solidified it. That was much later.
She's like, the liquor store closes in 5 minutes. And I'm like, okay, we can do this. And we Dukes of Hazzard.
It's a quarter mile down the road on the other side of a Jersey turnaround, mind you.
And we
have a trailer.
Dukes of Hazzard into the parking lot with the trailer.
We Dukes of Hazzard the heck out of that.
And we got our booze, and like, that's what I mean. Like, some people just got to learn to just take the chance and travel for this. If you're enjoying it, you're going to meet people, right? That's how I met you, Al. I've met Cap, playing.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
APOC
life begins when you
2018
say yes.
Yeah, APOC 2018 was the first event that I went to, traveled for, and it was literally just at our local where I said, okay, I'm going to this. Who wants to come? Hicks, I didn't really know that well. We talked a couple times. He's like, you know what? That sounds like fun. Let's do this. And the two of us hopped in the truck and we did it. And it was basically going to be, we're either going to kill each other or be best friends at the end. And we still talk. So I'm guessing we're
And then
best
we did it
friends.
again. And then we did it again. And again.
And again.
And again.
And again.
And again. I want to say we're
again.
probably at about 150, 200 hours in the truck. And I think I'm being low on that estimate.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Now wait,
Yes.
is it because you get along, Hicksy, or is it because Blue like drugs you so you sleep so he doesn't have to talk to you for half the trip and you just think you're tired?
No, I can't sleep in a car at all. It literally, we just talk. Or should I say, if I can't think of anything to say, Blue will think of something.
Hey, I always got something to talk about.
No, that is awesome.
And we don't always agree, but we always respect each other.
Well, it's that. So, what example when Maritime Foam and I went out to go see Cap last October, and again because we landed and he's still 2 hours outside of Seattle, but we stopped to see so many people and then had to haul back. And when I'm driving, I don't sleep. When I'm a passenger, man, I can sleep. I can lay down on rocks and glass and sleep. So luckily, him and Anthony were half awake, but we had to make the emergency stop at Walmart where it's like, crap, we need stuff. I'm not even sure where we were in Washington State. Where was that? Where was that Walmart?
I have no idea.
Cap was
Could have been
sleeping,
anywhere.
Did you finally finish the bin?
The first one.
So
How
we're
many
just going to
bins do you
drop it
have?
right now. Total spoiler alert for those paying attention. Cap is going to start a new video series called Sort My Darts, where you pay to ship your darts to the Cap, and he will sort them for you.
Absolutely.
That's right.
You have to pay for
That's
shipping, though.
Yes.
You have to pay for shipping.
The good news
And
is, too, in
returns.
the end, there is a surprise. The surprise is you don't get them back. Thanks for your donation.
Why'd you ruin it?
Just
They're
not all of
sorted.
them.
Just not for you.
But they're sorted.
Exactly. I'll send you a picture. They've been sorted. There. You should feel happy and happy about it.
Well, no, here's the
Actually,
thing.
you know what?
I sort them on video,
Yes.
and then I just throw them back into the box at random and ship it back to you unsorted.
But at least you
I
have a
wholeheartedly
picture,
support this endeavor.
so you know how many you need. Oh, that is funny. All right, gentlemen. So, what are you guys looking forward to for Maryland Mayhem?
I don't know, Blue. What are you looking forward to for Mayhem?
I'm going to say just hanging out with some people again. That's always
Actually,
the
yeah,
fun part.
that's what I look forward to every event.
Right. So
That's
We
what
could-
makes it could be we could get trounced in a tournament. We've proven to many people that we could be the team screaming at you like at the top of our lungs, and when you walk past us on the sidelines, we will offer you some Canadian water. Because if it's on the field, it's on the field. When we get off, in the end, it's the people. Like we have a great time. We're very, very competitive, but that's what we're here to do. We're here to have a good time. I'm so looking forward to memeing the heck out of HVZs, because after doing that last stand with Cap, I realized I already won. I don't have to win HVZ. There is no winning HVZ. I won because we went off to die, because we were done.
We picked our hill to die on. That's the thing for me.
And we stuck to it.
except
But we
Yeah.
played the
all-
game we wanted to play. We got,
Yeah.
and that's just it. That's something I think a lot of people going into their first HVZ don't really sort of take into account. You're going to die. Embrace it.
Yeah, far too many
Have
people
fun.
realize that a human victory in an HVZ is almost
Sucks.
unheard of. They are possible. I've been in a few, Ragnar Oktoberfest 2018 is still my favorite HVZ I've ever been to. What was supposed to be a doomed last stand turned into a human victory because we held so long they ran out of time.
Yes, very much.
Which is
I'm very much looking forward to giving this away.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring it back.
I've only come back with my dog tags once since I started doing dog tags, and that was Mall Madness last year when we managed to actually survive. Ultimately, the humans lost, but our squad survived. So, yeah. I'm hoping that I will actually be able to follow through on my dead by noon, because I say that at every HVZ, and then this squad of semi-professional nerfers I brought with me always keep me alive as long as they can.
Yeah, we just run into Lance and Wolf, and they go, "It's you. Get over there."
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to watching the Mega XLs run around. Give grief from the sidelines. Just heckle. I want to heckle.
Oh, yes.
Which
the
reminds
heckling
me.
shall happen.
So here's the question, and I know many people are going to ask it, and you can dispute that this is fine. How is it that the old men team has hockey jerseys before the Canadian team, man? Come on. It must have been a shipping problem.
Explain yourselves.
I was going to do the hockey jerseys a couple years ago, but then I realized for Georgia, actually, it was going to be too damn hot to wear hockey
We
jerseys.
were going to
And then-
die.
And then on the jersey thing, we've had issues. I believe it was at Q2 with the other team wearing giant paddock combat type sweaters and vest carriers, so they couldn't feel their hits.
Yeah.
So that was kind of no, we need to have light. And I brought that up to a couple people running tournaments that gear should be minimal and only what you actually need for the round. Like, people don't need giant carrier, like vests on, backpacks and stuff like that. You're playing a 3-minute round, right? Like, you don't need that gear.
Yeah.
So
Nothing else,
we didn't get the
more
jerseys.
gear to be carrying, and you'd think you'd want to go light just to be faster on a smaller target.
Grams count.
But we're not small targets, so we're going with big baggy shirts.
So it was just based on feeling the hits, nothing else.
Yeah.
I will
I
say,
really
though,
like how Rag did the reffing. They actually brought in professional paintball refs.
Yeah.
And nobody got away with anything, and it was awesome. There was no one on the sideline saying, that guy's not calling his hits, because there was a ref blowing a whistle going, you're out.
yeah,
I will say a big shout out to the Uno peeps when they put on BPOC. It was most of us who compete reffing. It was all volunteer refs. Archer, who we were talking to earlier, her and I were literally there reffing and then running down the field to grab our blasters that these guys had brought over because she was one of our hosers at BPOC. And and we just, as soon as we'd finish the match, we'd go right back on it. It was just smooth. There was no question because we had competitive players doing it, you know?
Yeah, there was also, it was a casual tournament with no major prize. So
There was nothing on the line. Yes. There was nothing on the line.
My favorite part about the paintball refs is that they loved reffing the Nerf guys. Like, no, you guys are awesome. If I tell you you've been hit, you just go. It doesn't turn into a screaming match with some guy half covered in paint claiming you didn't feel it. You're like, oh yeah, this would be much nicer than that.
There is a beautiful video somewhere from the refs at Rag. I believe it was 2019 of Drac dancing and him stepping on the boundary line and the ref calling him out. It was hilarious.
I was there for that.
He was dancing and showing off. We were on the sidelines too, and we just started dying because the ref right away called him out. He gets kicked off the field, and everyone was just having a laugh of it because he was just trying to show off and have a little too much fun, and the refs didn't care who he was. Step on the line, you're out.
Oh, yeah.
I think there will be some yelling. The Mega Double XLs will be yelling at refs, but the difference of the yelling will be, no, trust me, he hit me. Just get me out of here, man. Come on, tell me he hit me.
If the ref says you're hit, you're hit. Don't argue with them.
Ref,
They're doing us a solid by volunteering. Can I be out for the next match as well?
Where are you going? He didn't
I
hit you.
clearly
Come on,
committed
yeah,
a
you did.
violation. Somebody give me a red card. I'm out.
If I shoot
I
myself,
dispute being on the field.
Where's the little box I get to go sit in when I'm naughty? I want a box to sit in.
You're gonna have the jersey for it at least.
that's right.
Exactly.
I guess so. We're joking about it, but I should be clear because obviously there are people that wanted to get into the tournament and they couldn't. So as much as we're joking around about it, and as lighthearted as we are, we will be taking it seriously. So if anyone is watching or listening, don't get mad. We are just kidding. Part of it also why the Mega Double XLs are in is a couple of reasons. One, we wanted to experience and play it, but also to show people you don't have to be 20 in shape to be successful or enter. Again, like our hobby, anybody can be in. Second, we're doing it obviously because I'm lucky enough that we have Captain Xavier, we have Maritime Foam. For us, it's also putting it out there to kind of help spread the word for this fun thing that we do and how great it is, which is what the Mega Double XLs is for. It's also why I got Sophie Lightning on it. Does she technically qualify as an old big dude? No, but she's awesome, and you know what? I'll take that kid anywhere. So
She's
if
an
you
old
got a
big
problem
dude
with
at
it,
heart.
if you got a problem with it, I'm the complaints department. And the other part of the complaints department is right there on the stream with me. So yeah, don't complain. Just shut up and be happy we're here. So for us, it's promoting what it is we do. But at the same time, we're not going to just go out there, lay down, and die. We're still going to be competitive at it.
Can we just put that as your team motto on the back of the shirt? Shut up and be happy.
You know, we just
motto is
I'll get a
off my
patch.
lawn.
Yes. We'll put that on the other sleeve. Shut up and be happy.
Well, I suppose get off our lawn is more of our battle cry than our motto.
Oh. You know what? That ain't a bad shirt. Shut up and be happy. Brought to you by.
Shut up and be happy.
Brought to you by Get Off My Lawn.
I also want to someday I want
Now
to
get off my lawn. Shut up and be happy. Now get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know what we're gonna do? We both have large enough teams. If we hear someone else yell dispute, let's just all in unison just yell, "Shut up and be happy."
I agree to this.
So yeah,
I
no, we're
expect it if
gonna
it's
have
me.
fun with it. Exactly. So yeah, as much as we're
Keep me
joking
honest,
around
people.
about it, we still are going to take it seriously. If we realize at some point that for some reason our team is not going to take this serious enough, you know what I mean? Or eventually there might actually be qualifying rounds to qualify for the tournament. We don't make it in. But like right now, we're happy to be in. We're here to promote the hobby, foam flinging, and everything great about everything that we do. But at the same time, we're going to try to win something, or at least not be dead in
How dare you?
15 seconds in.
If nothing
Don't
else, we
sign
are a
Captain up
cautionary
for
tale
things.
and why you should register your team early, because otherwise the old men are going to take all the slots and you won't get to play.
I believe you guys were given the early registration, so that's not even true this year. As
No,
a
we were given the
returning
time
team,
limit.
The old men are there no matter what.
We almost missed that too. I had to ping Anthony and say, "Dude, are we in?" Oh yeah, crap.
see, this is partly why I'm in charge of all this stuff for our team, so that it actually does get done on time,
Yeah, it would not get done if I was in charge.
right? Like
Yeah, so
arranging the
there's ball around here, wasn't
Airbnb.
there?
How are we getting
I should
there?
not be put in charge of anything. This is why I have NCOs, man. I got sergeants for that stuff. I got corporals for that stuff.
Airbnb was booked months ago. Registration was done. Because that being said, if I didn't do it then, it definitely wouldn't get done. Because if I don't
Do I
do it
still owe
right
you
then,
money?
you yes, always owe me money.
Okay.
I believe there is a hard hat shaped like a cowboy hat that you owe me money for.
Just put it on my tab.
I can't have anything that's right. So
I believe we're gonna pick up when we're in Buffalo on Saturday.
Does anybody? So, do any of you have your hard hats with you or not yet?
No,
No, we pick them up on the
I
weekend.
think ours are at Colin's house. If not, they will be. They should be by Friday, I believe.
mine's in the house. I can't be bothered.
Mine, like, yeah, yours is too far away. Mine, I'm not done with mine yet. So I'm thinking I'm gonna
Ooh.
spike it out. And I'm probably going to do a spike mohawk too, just because. And I'm actually impressed it actually fits my huge melon, which is, yeah.
I'll be curious to see just how many people are wearing those at this event.
Hashtag cowboy heart. Well, two other members of Team Mega XL also have them.
Make a cowboy hat look small, Al.
Dude, man.
It is actually a fairly small hat. It doesn't have a very wide brim.
Yeah,
it actually is a hard hat. It's got a full hard hat suspension. So if they made it too big, it would catch stuff.
Let's compare. I got another hard hat here.
I got a big dome too, guys. I'm not. Oh man, this is gonna be shenanigans. Oh boy.
Yes, it is. So then we got the other hard hat, the one that goes all the way around like that.
That just looks like a bowler hat on you.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
Well, yeah, this is my bowler, so there we go. And it's also safe because when you got a huge noggin, yeah, I probably have more concussions than I even realized I had them just because I hit my head on everything. Because when it's big, you just hit stuff. It's just life.
Might explain the tumor.
This is why I paid a lot of money to dig out this basement.
Yes.
One too many times my wife had to go, "Are you okay?" No.
A caller.
Nice.
Somebody wants to talk to us. We've gone loopy.
Wants to talk to you.
Bring him in.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
Let's give him grief. Who are you? What
Who
do you
is
want?
it?
How
Hello,
dare you?
this is Colin. So I have a question for the
Colin.
Never heard of
I got XL members here. Who on the other team do you think is the biggest problem? Who's going to give you the most trouble in the tournament?
He's asking you. This is one of ours.
Well, see, we're at an extreme disadvantage because we are actually wearing hockey jerseys that they can pull over our head and start pummeling us. So I think we're just hosed.
Right, that's only 5 for fighting, isn't it?
That's right. Well,
Only
if I
five
can
fighting.
get for sure.
If our round with them doesn't end in a fist fight, I will be disappointed.
You want to drop the gloves and go center ice there, Cap? I'll do it anytime there, buds.
Actually, no, maybe we should. We can at the end of it. We'll see. Just for fun.
As soon as the last timer is called, we just charge the center field and just start a mock brawl just to terrify everybody.
You realize you're going to stress Boom and them out, but if they listen to this, right?
Yes.
Yes, 100%. Boom, if you're listening, we're serious.
Boom will stress.
We are going
Andrew will
to clear
shake
the
his head.
benches after our round.
And Ben
At
will
least
say,
Andrew
"Don't
will
bleed
make sure
on
it's
the,
on
don't bleed on the
video.
ground." Yeah, and Ben will
Don't
say,
bleed on the ground. We
Don't
don't want
bleed
to
on
have
my
to pay the
field.
cleaning fee.
"Yes."
Wear red so the blood won't show.
Already
They're
do.
set.
You're good. You're good.
I'm
These
good.
guys know what's what. I think our shirts
Oh, this
are
is gonna
what,
be fun.
blue. It's gonna look like we bleed purple.
What I think Colin was asking though is from the XXLs, who do you think on our side is your biggest threat?
No, that's what I mean. We're all of you. We're gonna get.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
get. You're gonna pull
Gonna
the
get down.
jerseys over our heads, and we're gonna get pummeled because we have the. It's gonna be instinct. You're not gonna be able to help you.
I'm just going to apologize in advance because Sophie, you're one of us now, so you're in this too.
I don't
They've
actually
now
have any
dragged you
idea
into
who
this.
is on the other team. Who are these people? Which one's the shortest? That's the one I'm worried about. Low center of
Colin,
gravity.
the one on the phone.
That would be me. Yep.
Well, there it is.
Well, it's just as Hixie described it. You all have your own talents. Who am I going to be worried about? The one that has can see me or has the best sights on me, or is closest to me. So yeah, insert
Pocket
whoever's
Colin.
name that is.
Everyone has to worry about Pocket Colin because he can fit into any cover.
I have been known to fit into some tight places.
At the 11th hour last year, if some of you have seen Brett's video of us off the side just lobbing darts from our TKOs from the tent, because we could not be bothered to run around anymore. I think we spent a solid 2 minutes trying to lob darts at Colin as he was in this one piece of cover, and we just couldn't hit him until eventually you just see this hand pop up over the edge and run away.
Well, that's the 11th hour. Who cares?
Exactly.
That was the point.
11th hour last year was a lot of fun. We felt a little bad about how Titan Ball shook out.
Oh, yeah. Why is that? Tell us, for those that weren't there, buddy.
Well, because everyone from the Pacific Northwest, where Titan Ball was created, who have played it for years, ended up on the same team. So on the defense, you were trying to get through Sergeant Deplorable and Lieutenant Wolfric and the crew. And on offense, we had Out of Darts and Brett. And it's just like, oh, I wondered why that round was so short. That's a bit of a ringer of a team. We'll try to split it up a little bit more this time.
Well, you know what? I guess, Cap, we should ask Colin. Colin, who of Team Mega Double XL are you worried about?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, he's gone now. He's not here.
We've lost Colin. I can answer for him. Sophie, we're always worried about the little one.
They're wily. You can't trust them. That's why we.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about Al. I love you, buddy, but I don't have to worry about Al. I will always know where he is. If I can't see him, I will hear him.
Yeah, no dispute. I'm good.
No notes. Yeah, no, that's right.
Truth.
Your only option is just to have Cap keep yelling so I can't hear anything. Between Cap and the crowd, just have that din.
Just be nothing. I'll just be giving nothing but bad advice to my own team to confuse the enemy.
Stand up now. Make a charge.
There's 2 on this cover, 3 on this cover. You're going, no, there isn't. What is he saying?
Did he just walk over into my stream of darts?
Ow! Right between the eyes. Good shot.
I'm lonely over here. Someone join us. Oh my
Tired.
God.
I want a hamburger. Let's leave.
All right. We got another caller.
Did we have a taco truck last year, or am I thinking of something else?
Yes, we did, and it was good, man. There was a taco truck. I'm
so
not sure.
good.
They're probably going to get a food truck again, but I'm not sure. We'll have to find out what kind of food truck they got.
Maybe you can get them to bring a Euro truck. I want Euro.
Maybe.
Euro would be good.
Seriously.
There's a really great Euro food truck down in Portland in a parking lot full of food trucks that I highly, highly recommend. I cannot remember the name of it, and it's been a few years, but
it's probably full.
It's right beside a BLT place that open in the mornings. That's all I got about Portland.
Apparently we've got a caller. Are they here? Are you on?
Caller?
Hello? Hello? We're going to take the caller.
Hello.
Who are you? What do you want?
General Strauss.
There he is.
I'm back after 2 weeks.
I know. Wait. First, explain yourself. How dare you miss 2 weeks? What do you have, life or something else going on? Like I don't know, man. You know what? 15 seconds. Good explanation. Tell us.
I was sick.
Damn it. All right, fine. We'll let that pass.
That's an answer.
You can't call from your hospital bed. Dedication. Did you know you can actually use earplugs as remarkably good darts?
We're just messing with you, buddy.
Call?
Are you?
What do you want?
First, are you feeling better? Hello? You good?
Yeah, are you good?
Yep. Yeah, I'm feeling way better.
Are you contagious? I don't want to get something weird.
No, I'm good.
Awesome, brother. Go ahead, man. What do you got?
What is your guys' favorite game mode to play and why?
Titan Ball, because it's the best.
That's a given. All right.
I mean, it's hard to beat a game that's basically soccer, but instead of a ball, you use a bazooka and everyone is armed. That's just a good game.
He brings up a good point.
I mean, imagine hockey, but instead of a puck, it was a bazooka. They're already armed, so they don't need to add to that. But
just because we have feet knife don't mean anything.
That's true.
You also have the stick, which is, I understand, responsible for more assaults than any other weapon in the world.
Yep, probably. The shillelagh might have something on us, but I don't think it's much. We have a lot less time with it, though.
Fair.
This is true.
All right, what about you two?
What about
What
the
do you
rest
got? Which ones?
Yeah, Titan Ball's mine. What about you?
You know what? I kind of like doing the wingman, which we learned how to play at APOC.
I was also going to say wingman.
It also
What is
helps that we
wingman?
went down. We went down to APOC, the two of us, and we played wingman, which we had no clue what it was, and we won. So that kind of helped.
Nice.
But
That
wingman
did help.
basically is you make a team of 2 people. Doesn't matter how many people are out there. Everyone makes teams of 2, and you have 2 lives, and you have to have some way to mark it. So once you have on your last life, you had a flag or something hanging, so the other team knows that you're down to your last life. So, and the whole team thing is to get your team and win and knock out all the other teams. And dirtbag alliances are very much welcome. So you can team up with other teams. And
what he failed to mention at this point, though, is it's all done with single shot blasters. Very much an old school game.
Yep, we do similar stuff at my arena games.
Yes.
Where we're like, all right,
yeah.
I think we call it one in the chamber.
So
we do play a version of one in the chamber to start our games off.
Yeah, though we didn't do it in 2-man teams. We'll have to try that next time.
Yeah,
I need to get some flag. I have a bag of football flags that would make it real easy to tear off your lives as you go.
Yeah, and so when you get hit, you basically mark so that you have 1 life left. And if I remember correctly, if you tagged out another team, you got a life back. Something about that, but it's been a while.
That ain't too bad.
Sounds fun.
So for me, and we did it. We actually did it at your place, Cap. What was that last game we played? Was it Mobsters or Assassins? What was that with pistols?
Oh, yeah.
I went rogue and caused
Trouble
chaos.
in Terrorist Town.
Yes, Trouble in Terrorist Towns. Everyone gets a pistol, and so you know who's the assassin. 2 assassins, and the rest you do not know. And everyone's just kind of it's good in close spaces. Obviously, big spaces is pointless. And which actually, Battle of the Dojo, your space is small enough. But we were standing around as everyone's trying to figure everything out. I lasted about 15 seconds till I said, screw this. And I just blatantly shot someone. And everybody died, which was fun because I think the 2 assassins went first, but no one believed anybody. So I loved it.
What about you, Strife? What's your favorite?
I've never really been to a game yet, so I can't really pick one.
Tragic.
Where are you located?
Spencer, Iowa.
Spencer, Iowa.
Clubs all through the Midwest, isn't there?
Yeah, Northwest, in the Midwest.
Sounds like you'll have to do some traveling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds like you need a bus pass.
Or someone that's close enough to pick them up on the way, man. Yeah, don't hitchhike.
Either or.
Only there was trains in America.
I tell you. Well, I'll tell you this way. If for some reason Blue ends up driving through Spencer, Iowa, and he's got room, he'll pick you up. No promises, but I wouldn't doubt it.
How well do you fare being tied to a roof rack?
I'm a little skinny, so I might fall to the wind.
You'll be fine.
Aerodynamic. You'll be fine. Yeah. Give you a pointy hat.
Awesome, buddy.
The air will just shed off.
Yes. We'll make you aerodynamic. Dude, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, and I'm glad you called in. And of course, now that you're out of excuses of feeling better, we will be hearing from you next time for sure.
I would hope so.
All right.
Get off my lawn. Oh no.
So for those that don't know, the General Strife, he has since we've been doing this, he's called in every episode. So yeah, for him to not miss 2 in a row, then you know he's been sick. So I'm just glad he's feeling
Bummer.
better.
Strife chat saying Des Moines might be the place for you to check out. So I highly encourage you do, because once you get into this hobby, I mean, you can see
we
Alice blasters, you can see Cap blasters, you can see Blues blasters. You're gonna get into it, bud. Just go.
So
Need somewhere
was
to
it
use
him?
your toys.
Absolutely. I think
I
it was
haven't been
him.
keeping an eye
during-
on the chat at all.
I know you haven't, but it's okay. Foam's Giving, I think actually General Strife got a Mark III from Dart Zone. He was the kid we said.
Well,
the
now
Mark
he
III
has no
for.
Not him?
excuse. He has
Yep.
a blaster. He has a location. Get on it.
That's right. He's just got to convince his
Get
parents to drive
after
him
it,
out
bud.
there. But he'll make it happen.
Figure it out.
Absolutely.
God. There's a lot of weird stuff in the chat, man.
Oh, there usually is. What's your favorite weird thing that you've seen so far?
Well, apparently they started hashtag shut up and be happy.
Ah, it's a great one.
Good job, chat. I like this chat. I knew I'd like this chat.
Why? Because we tell people just shut up and be happy.
Shut up and be happy.
Somebody said they're afraid to ask, but what is Canadian water? Where's Al's
it out.
Bob Ross wig?
Canadian water. That's a pretty simple one. That's what you Americans call beer.
Yeah,
No,
not
no,
like
but
beer.
American beer is sex in a canoe.
Yep.
If you don't know what that means, I'm not going to tell you.
No,
There
that's
are
a different
children
chat.
watching this channel, you filthy degenerate.
There are. Ask your parents.
Yeah.
People want me to do the video on the Vulcan, which it's currently winning the survey, so I probably will. The next reassembly guide will be the Vulcan.
There it is.
That sounds
Pretty
like
sure that
fun
one's
for
I've
you.
never done a Vulcan.
easier than the Strife. It's not that complex.
Blue, we need to get a couple of Vulcans for the towers.
There you go.
Yeah, but the problem is they don't shoot far enough.
Range fire
Yeah,
minigun,
upgrade 'em.
man.
Put a deplorable cage in them. Make them flywheel. Then they work great.
Or that.
That means I have to build stuff.
Rage fire miniguns in.
Yeah, I also kind of second the Rage Fire miniguns.
You what?
I got a couple I got to finish painting for Mayhem. Yeah, they're straight black because they've just been primed out, but
I lost Al. Al's
Yeah.
down. Oh, there it is.
There it
Go.
is.
see, rage
Shiny.
fire miniguns.
That would probably be easier to mod than the Vulcans.
See, you can do like a
I'm
twin
just gonna
tower,
say
man,
it
a double
now,
mount
Al,
like this.
If you don't walk around just manhandling those for an HVZ, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. Very disappointed. I just want to see you run around like that with tank
Just
arms.
one mounted to each arm.
Just one, yeah. Full
There
war
you go.
machine.
Somewhere I've got a.
There,
a
hold on.
scorpion
There you go,
balloon.
Al.
Okay, Megatron, settle down.
Which one of you is Starscream?
I'll be your Huckleberry.
There it is. Well, I haven't figured out my loadout yet, so maybe I will do that. We'll figure it out.
Figure something out.
Might have some fun with it.
I got my load
Oh
out.
yeah.
Build mine. I got all the bits for mine. I just got to finish the printing and the building.
Hmm.
What are you guys doing? Are you guys doing Cowboys too?
All zombie strike for at least the morning for sure.
Ooh.
So
I'm kinda
I
tempted
printed barrel for my sling fire, which I'm having a bit of a time trying to find a short dart kit. So I think I'm just gonna go along with that. I finally picked up a spare sledge fire to build a cryptid, designed by one of the guys in our club. Take a harmonica clips and actually make it a useful pump action shotgun. And then classic hammer shot with the 16 round short darts. And we'll see where that gets me. And in the afternoon, when the horde is huge, I'm just going to take up the FDL and do what I did last year and bomb 400 rounds out of coated mags.
Yes. Hicksy,
I'm running
Because
up
that
and
was the
down
last
and
mission
I
for
have a
me,
meeting.
just dumping mags.
Hicks was the benefit of 2 people dying last year. One being Colin, so he took his FTL. The other being Luke, who died with, I don't know, 20 plus magazines still loaded. So he handed him the belt
we
and went,
did the
"Here,
math.
shoot
I
people."
put 460 plus rounds through that FDL that Luke had loaded, and not a single misfire or jam from those Coda mags. And I bought them the next day.
And yeah, this is why I continue to say that no one has built something quite as good as the FDL yet. There's a few that are getting close.
Yes.
do I-
There's
do I-
nothing
do I
that you can just buy.
Yeah,
Finally got mine.
there it is.
Lou
Do I
messaged
attach the
me at like 2:00 in the
There you are.
morning because someone was selling one and I'd wanted it forever, and it was $400 US, and it was in my colors, so I couldn't say no, and I had to beg
Yep.
forgiveness from the wife.
That's why I dropped money on the one in Denmark, because it was in my colors and it was a half dart and the select fire, and the one I had was the full size darts and semi-auto. So I wanted one of each, and so yeah, I just dropped the cash and smuggled it home from Denmark.
Yeah, I wanted one pre-COVID, and then I didn't have the cash because of work, and then they stopped making them. And like I said,
He's
for the
been
last few
crying
years,
ever since.
I've been crying ever since. And I told the guys, if you ever see one for that price, let me know. And it doesn't matter that it didn't work last year. I literally was just like, I think the message went, crap, not crap. It's in my colors. I guess I'm just gonna have to tell him I'm sorry.
Ask
I
for
think
forgiveness.
he had just finished telling me either that day or the day before that he had no money to buy any Nerf stuff.
Oh,
And
I
then
did not
sent him
have the budget was not there for this. That's the forgiveness part.
And then I
in his
sent him the
defense-
picture.
In his defense, he didn't buy Nerf stuff. He bought an FDL.
Yeah, not Nerf.
Not Nerf. No.
I, I can't say much because I dropped way too much money on a pew pew. So that's
How much was
probably
your
what
pew pew?
I'm going to run.
A pew pew? Peasant.
Yes. I don't have your kind of connects that I could get 2 out of them, okay? But I do have a left-handed one, just like you.
Oh, there you are. I knew there were a few more out there now.
Not many, according to him. I can't remember how many he said, but he hasn't made many, considering my pew pew is only 76. So
Yeah, I've got 12 and 13, I think.
Of course, you
Also have
not
like,
very many than me.
I've got the Caliburn like 12 or something, I think, as well.
Well, Caliburns I have before he even numbered them. So I
Yeah.
bought one of the original 6 hardware kits that Slug offered on Reddit. And I may have led him to be the guy who says, just give me money. Because he posted, oh, I'm going to release these kits next week. Okay. I'm like, okay, I'll give you money now. And he's like, no, next week. I'm like, I'll give you money now. Right? No problem. You don't have to send it to me. I'm like, I want the kit. I'll give you the money now. And then next thing you know, he was just demanding money from everyone. So
I appreciate all of that.
that was after he finally gave up on the trying to cast all the parts, and 3D printing was what it was going to be.
It
Because
works
we're-
for our hobby. It's still not the best thing because 3D printing was never meant for end products, but we can get away with it
Well,
because
You-
injection molding is just too expensive.
Oh my
you
god.
are right. I've broken a lot of things, but I will say this thing has been since 2019.
That is
been to
probably
every-
the most used FDL next to some of the atomic ones. Like,
So every tournament, this is the only thing I've used. So it's went with me to California, everything like that.
every
When I used
HVZ.
When I used it at Reg, it went flying because I went to slide and I didn't slide. And the blaster went flying when I was trying to
Oh,
capture the center. So picked it right back up, and it still works perfectly fine. Never had an issue. I've jammed it exactly once because I tried to pull the trigger before the music stopped. And the wheels didn't spin. So that was my own damn fault.
That would do it.
But that is the one jam.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I mean,
don't think
hey,
I've
at
ever
least
had
you didn't put your mag right up through the top of the blaster.
Sorry, what was that?
What?
I said, at least you didn't put the mag up through the top of the blaster.
Yeah, no, that was my sword fit
That was bad.
someone else on our team was using.
Oh, I
Tour.
forgot about that.
And he slipped. You can see it on video. He slipped and fell and smashed the mag on the ground, and it broke through the dart guide and jammed up the wheels with the broken piece of 3D printed cage. Yeah,
oh yeah,
and then
that was. I was talking about when Naptown did it in our match, but yeah, totally forgot that that one of our team members totally put the mag through your sword fit. I'm not gonna call them out.
I think it might have
me,
been the
though.
same match. That
I think it was the same match. That was one of the weird ones where it was like, what is going on?
This match is cursed.
Yes. And that was also one of those matches where, once again, you can be angry on the field, and then afterwards be happy. Because, and be okay. Because
we were yelling.
If you look
there
at
was
his
yelling.
video, he actually says sorry that he got hit. Because I was calling him out because I actually hit him just before he broke his blaster.
Oh, dude.
Which I can understand, but I hit him on the blaster. And you can see it in the video. And it was just one of those ones where it was a difficult thing or whatever. And then later he breaks the thing and everyone cried.
So wait, then Blue
cried. That was
you. So then in tournament play, do you only run the FDL?
That's it. I think I used my long shot for one round in 2019 and it didn't work properly. And that was it. Everything else has been this FDL every single round.
Colin, that was the same round I put the long shot. Sorry, Colin, and I may have yeeted my brass long shot across the field because it also was jamming all to hell.
I did that
Sorry,
too. Cap,
you
go
were
ahead.
saying.
What'd you got, buddy?
No, once I got my FDL, it became my HVZ primary, and I haven't used anything as an HVZ primary since.
Well, I used at Mayhem. I used Colin's FDL for the afternoon, and I was like, I need one. And then I used your SBF for that final mission at Survival Fest there, Blue, and I went, I need an FDL.
So, I'm not going to knock the SBF. It's a decent blaster.
It's a great blaster for what it is.
It can't do the 130. You can turn it down so it will shoot 130, but that B car on there just won't let it do sub 140, 145 without jamming.
Yeah, people keep trying to convince me that the SBF is the equivalent of an FDL. It's like, not yet, but then I wouldn't expect it to be because it's the SBF 1. Maybe when you get to the SBF 3,
so
they'll have iterated out the issue. But
the momentum kind of there. There's a couple of
versatility is what it doesn't have. The momentum is great at the top end, but it is useless at the low end. But it wasn't built to go to the low end. They only added that because they knew people would complain if they didn't. But the designer was like, it was never designed to go below 150. Of course, it doesn't work well at 150. It's built for 200.
If you're looking for a source project, I'm going to drop it out there. Look at a gunk, the GNK 200. I built one. I'm actually now rebuilding one because my old printer crapped the bed, and I got one of those new bamboos, and it made all of my old prints look like crap. So I'm rebuilding it. But I've been so happy with my gunk. Shout out to Will on Orca Squad Will on Beef Squad for his Manatee remix that you can find out there in printables. I'm very much enjoying mine and look forward to really putting it through its paces on Saturday. But shout out to
Nice.
Gonk out there because some of those blasters coming out of the woodwork are pretty sweet. You just got to be able to do the legwork.
Yeah, there is so much good stuff that's, the last, since I got into the hobby, it's insane where it's gone.
We were
wait,
talking
Cap,
about that
is that
earlier
me
when
now?
I started in 2018. 130 was
yeah.
like an accomplishment. Now it's geez.
It's a given. Hold on. Important question. Because I think Maryland Mayhem on Saturday, we might have something that's different. And he just alluded to it. He's got his cowboy loadout. Every HVZ he's ever done, he's got an FDL. Is this the first Is this the first HVZ you are going to be FDL-less?
I am not. In fact, I'm not planning to bring my FDL. I will actually be packing genuinely light for me. I'm not planning to bring a proton pack. I'm not planning to bring the FDL. I'm not even bringing anything that. Well, actually, I might toss a sling fire in, just so I have something that takes magazines. But
Are you bringing the wig?
maybe. Posh reavers are a dubious thing.
If
bring
you
the
let me know,
wig
I'll
and
join
just
you.
judge
I
you
was
guys from
so
the
upset
sideline.
when I saw that.
The what?
When we first met you guys in Georgia there, and you guys were doing Posh Reavers, I looked at Lance and went, "How did I not know about this? This is amazing." My people.
Weird and strange stuff. I might bring the wig just so I can judge you all from the sidelines. I'll bring a gavel as well, and just every time you call dispute, just yell from the sidelines, "Overruled!" Overruled!
So wait a minute. Does this mean?
There
Does this mean, Cap? I gotta have to earmark like an FDL just in case you panic and change your mind last minute.
No, I'm hoping to be dead by noon. I don't want something effective. If I bring a
Okay,
good
I have-
blaster, I'll try to survive.
Mission keep Cap alive till 1.
I know that is what will happen, which is one of the reasons I say that. It's like, all right, dead by noon. Like, heck. Like,
Not
find
gonna
myself
happen.
at a last stand going, how did it come to this?
Cap, if you want me to trip, you blink twice. Not fast enough. Staying alive.
Dang it.
Final
This is
stand,
gonna
here
be
you come.
fun. This is gonna
It'll
be
be a good
fun.
event.
Oh, it will be.
I'm very much looking forward to it.
I will be in the back of most human things, along with other large men that do not want to walk fast. So,
But that means we're at the
I
rear
think I
guard.
got
That's
you
the
to
dangerous
damn near
part.
the last mission at Survival Fest there, Al. I think this is going to be a challenge to get you through longer.
no, it's not. I can move more faster than you think, but
Short distances and for a short time. Yeah. Natural sprinter.
correct.
Like a dwarf.
All right, we're running out of time. Hold on. Did Jeff? Did you have something you wanted to share?
I did throw a video into Discord for those guys to put up. Yes.
So then
Uh-oh.
we're gonna have a
So-
video. So do you want to tell people about it, or is it a complete surprise?
Just it'll be
No, it's a
complete
surprise.
but I'm sure you two will thoroughly enjoy it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that is just inconsiderate.
Fired.
You know what? I'm going to call border control and make sure they don't. I'm calling border control on you guys. They're not going to let you in.
Don't let any Jeffs in the country on that weekend.
You know what this
They're
means
going
now?
to claim that they're Nerf blasters. They're not. They're real. They're just disguised.
You know what this means? I have 2 more Canadians that are coming. I'm writing them in, and this is going to be the thing. A-team my ass. We're going to have more Canadians than you are. No, none of
You
this
only
hack
have
shit.
2.5, Al.
2.5.
Yeah,
You-
except I got 2 more
2.5.
coming. I'll sign them in, so it's going to be 4.5.
Factors don't count.
Yeah, but they're members of our club, so they count for us.
No, they don't. I've known them longer.
Apparently, they're joining other teams. I don't know. Apparently, the loyalty over in Canada is a little bit suspect.
I see you've met Canadians.
Al's a defector, right? So what else can you get there?
I am not a defector. I am spreading the love globally.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Yes.
That's his story. He's sticking to it.
And I'm sticking to it. Oh, this is awesome. Again, ladies and gentlemen, all of those that are following along at home, just a reminder, Maryland Mayhem is what we're talking about. It is coming up. It is in Maryland. If you can come out to it. You don't have to commit to all 3 days. I commit to all 3 days. Basically, the tournament's going to be happening on Friday. On Friday, myself and Captain Xavier will be part of Team Mega Double XL. Obviously, right here we have Blue. We have Jeff, Blue, and Hixie, who are part of the 8 team. They're also in the same division we are, but there will be 18 teams, and you can come out and watch. If you're not participating, it is a free event. You can come out and watch, meet everybody, and talk to people. It is a fun day. Plus, some of the major sponsors will also have booths there. I will have a booth as well. So you come and check it out, and hopefully there's a taco truck. That'd be great. Saturday is the HBZ. It is happening over at UMBC. It is a cowboy theme. Be sure to sign up for the safety briefing and to chrono your blasters. It's an all-day event, man, and it is so much fun. Last year, I think they claimed to have just under 400. My estimation so far is that we're going to have somewhere to 400 to 700 combatants. What does that depend on? You. Stop waffling. Just say yes. Come out. And if you're going to get in trouble, don't worry about it. Just ask forgiveness. Life begins when you say yes. So do that. Come out. And then Sunday is the cleanup day, which is the 11th hour, which again is just standard play that Maryland Foam Alliance does with different events, including Titan Ball by Captain Xavier. It is so much fun, man, and everyone just hangs out after a great weekend, and you don't want to miss it. If you can, definitely come out. If you see any of us there, feel free to come up and say hi, man. We will talk to you. Just don't follow me around all day long, please. I'll have gas. Yeah, let's go with that.
He really enjoys it.
Yeah.
We need to get a little section of AstroTurf, and if anyone wants to talk to us, they have to stand on it, and we're tired of them. We tell them to get off our lawn.
I'm doing it, man. Thank you. Yes, there will be a lawn. There will be a lawn.
There better be a lawn.
Do you think if we cut it out of the
chair
field at the event, they'll know? Will we get in trouble?
Just cut it right out of the AstroTurf of the field.
Cut it
We're
right
taking
out.
this.
This is ours. What are you gonna do about it?
I get Al.
They send us
Beg forgiveness. It's always easier to beg forgiveness.
That's right. I can figure out how to reattach it. Also, worldfoamalliance.org. If you haven't registered, go to worldfoamalliance.org. Be sure to register. Part of what we're doing is to connect people. We got to know where you are. If we don't know where you are, yeah, you know what, man? We aren't miracle workers. Make our life easy. We're not going to steal your money, your kidney, or your children. We just want to know where you are so we can tell where other people you are. For example, so someone in Iowa can go pick up General Strife and go to an event in Des Moines. Let us know where you are, man. Make these events happen because, like our guest is a great example. They started with 4. Now they have a thriving community and they have a team in the tournament. Why? You can do it. Just stick to it. Trust me. There are people out there that will help you along, and it is worth it, and it is fun. Also, again, next week we will be having Foam Zone with Andrew Dart Sweep. I can't remember who his guest is, but I know it's going to be good. And then also tomorrow we do have another episode dropping of, what do we have dropping tomorrow, Cap?
The range. As soon as I figure out what I'm shooting, I'll be filming that after I get done here.
Ballistic balls.
The indoor?
Just make it ballistic balls.
Maybe.
Can I request ballistic balls?
It might be. I think they were on the list.
Can I overrule the list?
No, that's not how democracy works, you Canadian
I don't
communist.
care how democracy.
This is why we need a lawn to throw them off of now.
Yeah.
So again,
you're gonna get thrown off my lawn.
There it is, head first. So tomorrow, look for another episode of The Range dropping. Again, thanks to Jeff, both members of the A team and member of Tang. Tang is a Toronto group. Again, Blue, let people know where they can find Tang and how to find you guys.
So, yeah, Tang, we just operate off Facebook for all the events and everything like that. So check us out at Toronto Area Nerf Group on Facebook. I also want to shout out our buddy Colin, who also runs the Western New York Nerf Club. So if you're out in the Buffalo area, check that out.
Our sister club in Buffalo.
Website, which is the WNYNC.com. So website for that. Plus also they have a Facebook group. Check them out. And then I want to highlight everyone. I think he's very overlooked. Check out Blaster Hub for all Buff Daddy's news. He does some really good articles and stuff on the hobby, and I think that gets overlooked a lot. So blasterhub.com, I believe, for that, for his blog. And then for the last one from our team that I really want to shout out would be Adrian. Everyone check out his Etsy. I know he says it's doing fine with his new release of his new 3 set for the Knockout, which which is the pepper box, and then the mega single shot, which I believe is the
The
Mayday.
yeah.
Or no, so that's the knockout one. The Mayday is the Mega XL single shot TKO,
Yeah.
and then he also has Mayday
Right.
Mark II, which is the 40 Max shells blaster. Those files are up on his Etsy currently. So help support him. I'm sure that'd be great, and he'd appreciate some more money for making these awesome designs that he does.
Indeed.
I hear he's got a
agree with
new
that.
revolver in the works. Hopefully coming out shortly.
I
Yeah,
looked it up.
unfortunately, that's in the basement.
Demolisher Rockets and Rival is what won the vote.
Oh, there we go.
I might, you know what? I might just track down a ballistic ball launcher to be my blaster of choice.
There we
I
go.
would very much appreciate that. And before we go, I just want to say I've been drinking out of my Baltimore mug today. Our hearts and minds go out to the people there, and our gracious hosts in Maryland. Charm City. I've got friends down there that I've known through the business and through years. My wife and I are good friend Lisa, another set dresser down there. Used to have to cross that bridge every day to go to work. So our hearts go out to I believe it's 6 possible victims, and to all the first responders and it looks like the ship's crew for doing everything they could to make it not happen. But just letting you know, Baltimore, we're thinking about you.
Thanks for that, Jeff. That's so well put in. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for standing on our lawn. Again, we'll be back in 2 weeks. I don't know who our guest is, but I'm going to guarantee you this. It'll probably be about Maryland Mayhem again. We are looking forward to the event. Subscribe, hit the like button, like, subscribe, like, registered, like, registered,
Subscribe, like. Share.
Yes, you
share
get the
it.
message.
Share it.
That's right. Share
Do
with
the thing.
everybody. Ladies
Do
and
the
gentlemen,
thing.
do the thing. Thank you all very
And
much.
shut up and be happy.
And shut up and be shut up and be happy. Why? Because I told you so. Again, thank you all very much. Another episode of Get Off My Lawn. We'll see you in 2 weeks where we're going to do it all again. Thank you, everyone. Shut up.
Get off my lawn.